Now we will look to the south, because the moon will pass such constellations that do not appear in the northern part of the sky. 18th of January 2020. The moon passes Virgo. The moon is at the feet of the Virgo. In this scene, the Statue of Liberty depicts the Virgo. Nineteenth of January 2020. The moon passes the constellation of Libra. You can see the sign of Libra and the light of the moon. 20th of January 2020. The moon passes the constellation of Scorpio. The torch of the Statue of Liberty looks like the sting of a scorpion. of January 2020. The moon is in Sagittarius. The Star of David under the statue depicts part of the constellation Sagittarius. The Star of David is a hexagon like the spot of the constellation Sagittarius. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. From the Revelation chapter 12. Then another sign appeared in the sky, a huge red dragon with 7 heads, 10 horns and 7 crowns on their heads. Its tail took a third of the stars out of the sky and dropped them to the ground. The dragon stood in front of the woman who was giving birth to immediately swallow her child as soon as it was born. This great dragon is an ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan. The constellation of Ophiuchus is right at the feet of the Virgin. Here is the Ophiuchus. And here is the serpent itself. Its head and its tail. The legs of the Virgo. On January 22, 2020, together with the moon in the constellation Sagittarius is Jupiter, the sun of Virgo. Moon, Jupiter. This scene shows us how the serpent from the constellation Ophiuchus wants to devour Jupiter, the sun of Virgo, in the constellation of Sagittarius. The constellation of South Crown and the part of the constellation of Sagittarius. This boy with a snake in his head depicts the constellation Ophiuchus, which located opposite the Moon in the constellation Sagittarius. In this picture you can see new moon on January 24, 2020. Two, one, two, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24. New moon in the sky. This new moon occurs when the moon moves from the constellation Sagittarius to Capricorn. The snake begins to represent the sign of Capricorn. February 23, 2020. New moon in Aquarius. So we are shown the sign of Aquarius. This scene shows us the very big part of the starry sky. We can see next constellations: Taurus, Whale, Pisces, and Pegasus. March 24, 2020. New moon in Pisces. Moon, Sun, and part of the Pisces constellation. This scene shows us the new moon on April 23, 2020 in the constellation of Whale, as well as the conjunction of Uranus and the Sun on April 25, 2020 on the palm of the Whale. Let me show you the picture from my video I'm not a bad god. You can watch this situation in the sky. Let me show you. There was a new moon and the sun began to connect with Uranus. The sun and Uranium together on the palm of the whale. This is a rare compound, and it is this evolution that is shown to us in the classroom above the blackboard. The movement of the moon and the sun from the constellation Pisces to Uranus, with which the sun connects. Sun and Uranus. Also, you can see the palm of whale. Pay your attention at Mercury as well. This boy shows us a Mercury. Let's see this movement of the Sun and Mercury in the sky. This is 4th of May 2020. So at this scene we can see the movement of the Sun near Mercury. The Sun and Mercury. May 22nd, 2020. New moon in Taurus. New moon, Mercury and Venus. Let me show you two pictures from my video I'm not a bad god. Venus, the queen of pirates.